Hello everyone. In today's lecture series, we will cover IPO process in India. IPO process is quite elaborative and rightly so because it is, after all, an important event for companies, regulators, and investors. Becoming a listed entity changes life for a company's employees and promoters. Now let us look at essential steps involved in the listing process through an IPO. First of all, few questions pop up in our minds like why companies issue IPO. The answer is to invest and create assets. Then where companies go for issue of IPO? There are two markets like primary market and secondary market. So for IPOs we go for primary market. Will the company do the whole process? The answer is no. So now let us see how the whole process works out and who all are involved. So all the employees of the company are part of the IPO process, but four of these are specifically involved in the process. First, Chief Financial Officer. He will not be involved practically, but will supervise the whole process. Then, Company Secretary. Company Secretary is the most important person in the IPO process. He is actually a representative of the company. Company secretary will deal and meet with the Security Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI, and wherever company wants to give their presence or establish relationships outside the company, then company secretary will do all this. Another third person is compliance officer. He's a lawman, so all the legal formalities will be taken care by compliance officer. And some of the supporting staff will be involved in this process. Now, when company wants to issue IPO, they will consult investment banks, which are also known as merchant banks. They are expert in issue management. So investment bank will help to initiate the IPO process. Next step is all investment banks, for example, at global level, JP Morgan Chase, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Deutsche Bank, etc., and some at national level. For example, SBI Capital Market, ICICI Securities Limited, Axis Capital Limited will give their presentations to the company, and these banks are registered with SEC, which is Securities and Exchange Commission. Each investment bank will give presentation to the company and they will also announce the fee they will charge. Now, now the company will examine all the proposals and then will say yes or no and final one of the investment bank whose terms are acceptable to the company. And then these investment banks will be considered as lead managers or they will call book running lead managers, BRLM. Company will enter into MOU with lead managers. Now the question arises, can there be more than one lead manager? So answer is yes. From the presentations given by the investment bankers or lead managers, the company might like offers of more than one investment bank. So company can choose more than one lead manager. After selection of lead managers, or we call them LM, the lead managers and company members like chief financial officer, company secretary, compliance officer, and supporting staff, they will hold meeting. In the meeting, lead managers will do the due diligence of the company. Now, due diligence um, process is the most time consuming part of the IPO process. In this step, there is a pile of paperwork to be filled up by the company and lead managers. They will prepare draft offer document. We call it as draft prospectus. Plus, they will prepare a final budget. They will follow guidelines of Ministry of Finance on issue of expenses has to be followed while preparing the budget. Then board will approve the offer document and final budget. After board approval, the lead managers will file the draft prospectus with SEBI. Now, there's one clause that in ICDR Regulations 2009, ICDR is Issue of Capital and Disclosure Requirement Regulations 2009. They say if the value of issue amount is more than 50 lakh, the draft prospectus must be filed with SEBI through lead manager at least 30 days prior to registering the prospectus. So once the regulator is satisfied with the information provided by the company, they will pass observation. Now, SEBI, that is Securities and Exchange Board of India, will give suggestions within 30 days and also upload on its website for public comments. They will upload the prospectus on its website so that public can comment or ask if they have any queries. As soon as lead manager submits draft prospectus to SEBI, company went to quiet period. Quiet period is generally for 25 days, and during this period, corporate communications and advertisements are regulated. After filing draft prospectus with SEBI, the company has to make listing application to all stock exchanges on which they want to list their company. Now, companies will contact all stock exchanges where they want to list their shares, and it is not necessary that companies will wish to list their shares only on two stock exchanges, which is quite popular or famous, like BSE and NSE. There are more stock exchanges like Delhi Stock Exchange, Ahmedabad Stock Exchange, etc. Now, companies will give their applications to different stock exchanges where they want to list their shares, and they will ask the permission from that stock exchange so that their interested investors can invest. In this process, they have to submit their draft prospectus to stock exchange, because stock exchange will also examine the draft prospectus and will give their suggestions if they want to bring some changes. Now, lead managers or BRLM, they will contact SEBI and stock exchanges, and they will discuss if they want to bring the changes in the draft prospectus given by stock exchanges. They will consult with SEBI, and if it is required and SEBI is okay with the changes, they will final those changes. But still, they will ask from there. They need the approval from board of directors of the company also. So lead managers will get in principle approval from the stock exchanges within 15 days of submission of draft prospectus to them, and will submit it to SEBI. So now, after all the suggestions and modifications, the final document of draft prospectus again goes to the board of the company for final approval. So after approval of the board, the draft prospectus will be known as the prospectus, which is further submitted to SEBI. Now, company will form a tripartite agreement with the registrar and depositories. Now, a depository is an entity which helps an investor to buy or sell securities such as stocks, bonds, and depositories work as a link between listed companies which issue shares. There are two depository in India. One is NSDL and CDSL. Now, company will write only one name of depository, and that can be NSDL or that can be CDSL in his books of register. Now, in the agreement, in company and NSDL agreement, depository agreement, company will say we have name all the shares to you means, let's say in our example, it is NSDL. So company will say that we have named all the share to NSDL, and also company will give NSDL one jumbo certificate and will say now you are our registered owners. Then if we talk about the company and the registrar to issue, all in their agreement, all the details of investors, they will exchange. And in case we talk about registrar and depository, all the demat account details will be passed to registrar to issue, so that they can find if any fraud or any wrong investors are there, they can talk to the company or to the depository. So that is all for today. We will continue with the part 2 of IPO process in our next day. Thank you very much.